All right, Lucky Left 615 here. We're going to change out these OKSIWA tail lights today with another model that we got, and we're going to see. We're going to do a little compare and see which one we like better. So let's go ahead and get started here. So I've got the box. We'll open these up. I've cut the top here so we can at least get in a bit easier. Grab a couple of tools here. All right. So yeah, here we go. We're going to do this passenger side here first. So let me go ahead and open this box up. I'm going to take the foam out. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and throw these gloves on, just so I'm not touching any of the LEDs, and make sure that we don't mess up the bulbs for anything. All right. Let's see what we got here. So we got, always whenever you get these OKSIWA bulbs, tail lights, they always come really well packaged. So they're inside the nice hard, thick cardboard container here, foam inside, lined inside. The bags are around each of the tail lights to protect the lenses. Get a nice set of instruction installation guide here. So I'm pretty familiar with these guys, but I'll post these online here if you're interested to see the installation guide. Let's see what else we got here. We got the next one as well. And so you know what? I'm going to leave that here. Let's just take a look at what we've got going on. I'm going to try to do just this passenger side bulb first, so we can do a compare on what we got going on here. Let's turn this guy around. All right, so hopefully you can kind of see what's going on. All right. Okay, so what we've got here is the side. They're usually marked here on the inside so we can tell which side is which. Yeah, so this one's marked right. So this should plug in just like such, and fill this one up here. It's got a resistor here on the inside. That should help with the hyperflash. So we'll check that out. Like I said, a couple of cables here to get plugged in. Very, very simple installation for these tail lights. So let's go ahead and get this guy out here. So you just need a Phillips head, and we'll get it started. All right, the one on the bottom. All right. So 2 screws. All right, we're going to take this guy out nice and easy. So it should unseat. And we've got just a couple of wires on the inside here. So we're going to twist these to the left to unlock them. All right. And I'll show you what I'm doing here, but these LEDs go right into the existing wire harness. So if you can see inside here, the existing wire harness, that's where your halogen bulbs would normally go. And so you just plug these LED plugs into where those bulbs were, and then you're set, right? So let's show you here just a little something that I'd like to show the guys. This here is the resistor. And if you can see, it has gotten pretty hot because looks like it has melted off of where it was before. So that resistor seems to be an issue with this particular type of bulb. So we're going to send that back to the engineering team and have them take a look at it. Okay, let's get a better view here on this guy. Okay, so if you can see here, we've got the resistor, which looks like it has come free from the light tail light here, and it looks like it has melted off of the back. It's gotten so hot probably, and now it's stuck It's melted. It's melted to that plastic there. So let's take a picture of that. I may have taken 30 pictures, so. And again, but that's okay. I want to make sure we capture this so we can share this back. That's crazy. All right, back on the video here again. So as you can see, this is the passenger side rear tail light, and this is the resistor that used to be here, I believe. And it looks like it has gotten pretty hot and melted off of the LD, off the back of the tail light, and it's currently melted into that plastic there, and it is stuck. So these guys have been getting pretty hot, as I noted when I first installed this. So we're going to set this over to the side. We're going to use this new one here. We're going to try to put this one in and see. So it's got a different looking resistor, I believe. Yeah, so this is some gold looking one here, and this is a different one on the new side. So let's get that installed and do a couple of tests and see how these guys react. So as far as the holes on the bottom, see, that one was there. It didn't fit so well on the other one, so let's check and see if this one fits a little bit better. The bottom plug on the old lights actually would not allow for this harness plug to go in, and so it wasn't a huge deal because you're plugging that plug into it anyway. But for water tightness and for just doing it the right way, I think it needs to be there. So let's go ahead. I've got the plastic peeled back. Yeah, these look really nice. Smoke lens, just like the other one, but they have a different light sequence inside. So I'm excited to see what these look like. So hopefully you can see me okay here. So we've got the 3 plugs. Looks like we've got one that will go into the top. The middle is bare, so you don't have to put anything in the middle one. And then of course connect the bottom one. So we're going to connect the bottom one first. Now you probably can't see this that well in the video, and I apologize, but I'll. All right, so that snaps in nice and easy. Now here's part of the question: will this plug fit into this? So you don't have a lot of room to play with here. You know what, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and plug the top one in because I feel like I'm going to have a little bit more room to move it around. So it just should snap right in. Yep. Let's go ahead and put the middle plug. Seat on this one. Looks like. There it goes. So I just had it one notch over. So the top one fits good, the middle one fits good. The question is, will the bottom one, will it fit in? Like I said, it's kind of a hard squeeze here. It would be nice, maybe, well, I don't think giving it any more cable would actually help because it's my truck. It's not the tail light. light here, to be honest. Maybe the same scenario where it just might not fit into the bottom one so well, but I'm gonna try the different ways. That's good for now. All right, let's go ahead and get this guy plugged in. There we go, a couple prongs there. And let's get our screw. You know what? Don't really need these gloves. Looks like the clip is slid down just a little bit, so just check that before you put it in. It'll make lining it up a little bit easier. Yeah. All right, that guy's plugged in. Get started. All right, get him tight and snug, not too tight though. Good. All right, let's go ahead and pull the plastic. Nice. Look good. Yeah, it's got kind of the same concern that I had before. I'll show you this here with the weatherproofing. So the plastic, you can see that it sticks out a little bit on the inside of the truck. So, you know, if I were to hit this really hard with a piece of wood or putting something in the truck, this could have a tendency to crack. You can see my fingers through the other side there. So ideally, this piece of plastic should be molded inside just a little bit more. And then you can see the crack across the top. And that's where, see that? The concern of maybe getting some water down inside that. Now this overhangs a little bit, so water hitting this should run down and not go, but spraying in and things like that over time, you could definitely get some water inside that. And so I'd be a little bit concerned about that from a weatherproofing perspective. All right, let's get the truck on, see what it looks like, and you know, we can compare a few other things down here in the. This one comes with a few little extra pieces here that I didn't notice up front. I got 4 of them. I don't think there's anything new maybe in the instruction booklet, but we can check and see. I don't see those. Okay, well, let's do a little bit of a light test. Compare the old lights versus the new lights, at least from a perspective to see what it's looking like. So let's turn this off. All right, we'll just sit these tools inside the bed. All right. And we'll move this around. I think we can turn this light off here. All right, I think that's lined up. So old light to the left, new light on the right. Let's give it a go and see what we're looking at here. I won't have good visibility to see this until after I record it, so that's okay. I'll check it out on the back. Before I do that, let's just turn the headlights on so I can ensure that I've at least got power going to it. Oh yeah. Now those are nice looking. So here, just so you can kind of see what we're looking at here. So they kind of move out to the side. Yeah, those are nice. All right, so we're going to set this up here to start, to at least do our initial test, and then I'll move it around a little bit.